And we're live. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to, hey, shout out to Great Goodies. Thank you, Great Goodies. Thank you for being the first one in this morning. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Shout out to Asarin Odetta. Thank you for being here. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to Troy Stars Trucking Vlogs on YouTube. Shout out to uh, whatever your job description is. We're not going to go down the long list of job descriptions this morning. If you're up and you're out and you're out to get it and you work hard for it, whether you work at a computer or you're a CEO of some multi-million dollar company, or you are the man that sweep the street and pick up garbage and all that, you're still essential. Big up to you, shout out to you, and thank you for being here this morning. We are big up everybody, man, from the security guard them to, whatever your job description is. We're like hard-working people. You're not rob nobody and thief from them and all these kind of things. You're up and out to get yours. Big up to you. Here we are on this beautiful Tuesday morning with a lot to give thanks for. As usual, we start out by giving thanks because we're glad for day, I know. Yeah, man, we're still healthy and feeling good and all these things. Another day that we can say that, and nobody is saying, welcome to SouFLo. Him not about, we haven't seen him in a while. Oh, God, him there in a somebody hospital or nothing like that. So I'm up and I feel good. And I'm encouraging you to give thanks and because, you know what I say, I feel the same way too. And all these kind of things, the vibes is great, right? Here we are on this beautiful morning. Today is the 9th of July, 2024, and we can say we made it to 2024, the 9th of July, and we were here to see it, right? 5 6 3 afternoon, SouFLo, and everyone else in the platform, all the way from England, love. Big up yourself and thank you for being here, family. Who else is here? I feel like I want to wear my hat this morning. I don't know. Sometimes you feel like old people, like you feel like you want to put a bunch of fandangles for you. It's time to get a new hat. Somebody did tell me that not too long ago. I did cuss them, but it looked like it's time to get a new hat for real, right? But we're branding, so that's what that's about. Shout out to Audrey Wright. Thank you for being here. Morning, fam and present. Teacher Kerry Ann Jones is in the building with us this morning. Batches is here with us this morning. Who else is here? Wayne Nathan is in the building this morning. Sissa Fire says Hotep and Grand Rising. Thank you for being here, family. Faith Shepherd is with us this morning, and Momo is also here. Big up yourself, Momo, and thank you for being here this morning. Asarin Odetta, Mr. Article Don, Kaz Robinson, Pussy Galore. Grace James is here with us this morning. Miss Goldie Robinson says up, up, up. Marcia Walters, big up yourself. Mervyn the Point, Jamaica Kerr, big up yourself. Great Goodies says was just watching your latest shorts. All right, big up yourself. Hey, on the latest shorts, did you see me cussing out somebody yesterday? Took me out of character. But I put a bunch of smiley faces emojis. Apparently, I can't post anything anymore that has to do with relationships because it automatically means that I'm talking about myself and my own relationship. But hey, listen, no relationship is perfect. I'm in a normal relationship like everybody else. It's full of its ups and downs. It has its weathered periods. Which part the storm get rough. We go through them that too, like everybody else. And then you have your happy days like everybody else. So I don't know. So I posted something yesterday. I forgot what I posted. Some people, sometimes I just post random stuff. Okay, me's a big man. I've been on earth for quite some time. I've gathered a bit of knowledge being here from experience, and I like to share. So sometimes I post some stuff, and have nothing to do with me. It just have to do with maybe I remember something, maybe I think something is funny, like the video that I posted where I said my brother them when you get the little opportunity to come a foreign, nobody come walk out your back and waste out yourself on some little young girl, you chase weave and big rat bat eyelash them and these things. Go get yourself one of them old woman, them old widow there. Because there's a lot of old widows out here in Florida. Go get yourself one of those old widows. Husband dead and gone, long time left her with all of the money and all these things. Wife her up and set up yourself. I'm in a business if her body look like one time soursop rotten. Tell her so she still look good. You know what I mean? I say boost up her self-confidence and all these kind of things. I just post these things randomly. So I don't some people take every single post I post. Oh, so you and her are at it again. You know, over there, nyam off each other face again. You know, like guys, chill. Chill. Just enjoy the post them, all right? If I have problems and I want some help with the problem, I don't have no problem coming and telling you, say, listen, this is what I go through right now. And I talk to Shakira about it and she not give me no positive response. So I go tell her, say, this is one. Because life is real. You know what I mean? Life is real. And sometimes you go through some stuff. Everybody else I go through, not everybody else, but a lot of people are going through the same thing where I go through too. So there's no need to live in silence and hide everything you going through and be scared and all these other things. That's what we're here for. Maybe broad enough we can take that, you know. That's what we're here for. We're here to share. We share happiness, we share sadness, we share everything, man. Not true? Right. Would y'all like it if one of our persons who come here every morning, name in green, talking to everybody, and everybody is like, happy birthday, big up yourself, Ray, and tomorrow you're here, say, so and so kill themselves. Oh, that's why we haven't seen them in a while. The name used to be in green. I was wondering where they went. Kill themselves for what? Because they never have nobody to talk to. Or they didn't have a platform to let anything out on. I'm saying, we're family, so we can talk. I was supposed to can talk. Not true? Yeah, man, right? That's all. Morning, SouFlo and family. Big up yourself. Enough love. Karen Notice. Big up yourself. Audrey Wright says, yes, a sinting, and of course, yourself you are talk about every single time, my friend. Every single time. One lady say you're disgusting. You're, you're disgusting. No decent woman wouldn't want you. Cause look what you're encouraging man to do. You got thief all woman money. I never said thief nobody money, you know. I said wife her up. The highest honor. Wife her up. Even if our body look like one time, so I stop rotten, tell her such a beautiful. I say, hey babes, you want can pretty so. That me say no. Wife her up, tell her how she pretty and these things. What's wrong with that? What not me never tell him say thief the woman money. Me never tell him say keep a young girl on the side. Me say stop run down the young girl them and waste out your time. Me say find a woman who needs a partner. There's a difference between needing a partner and wanting a partner, you know. Maybe if you find somebody who actually really needs a partner, the relationship will work out better. Because them will act like them need you. Yeah, I'll stop studying me, yeah, man. Anyway, what we on this morning? We have so much to talk about this morning, but let's start off with Burna Boy. People judge you by their own standards, Sis Afia say, and that's fine. Not true, Sis Afia, that's fine because people are always going to judge, and we not complain neither. The judgment come with everything else that we do. That's just how things are. For those of you here who are familiar with reggae music, and you know of the band called Steel Pulse. Steel Pulse put out some information that I wanted to share. If you're familiar with Steel Pulse, you're probably also familiar with Burna Boy. Burna Boy is more current, modern, so you're probably more familiar with Burna Boy than you are with Steel Pulse. Just know that Steel Pulse is a legendary reggae band that has kicked in many doors and paved the way and set the thing for what you see before you today. Right? All right. Between Steel Pulse now and Burna Boy, there is drama going on. So apparently, Steel Pulse is saying that Burna Boy is getting too big for his bridges and he is not treating his Jamaican counterparts properly when they meet him overseas on tour. Wayne Core says, boy, boss, I think I'm going into a depression because I have to come back to the slave Friday. Rotted. Rum, drink rum. Rum will take care of it. And then when you have a hangover, drink tea. Tea will take care of the hangover and then drink more rum. And the rum will take care of it until you get back to the job. Sometimes you have to let yourself go, brother. Just let you see. Wayne Core says him think he's going into a depression. Talk to me, Wayne. We're going to talk about Steel Pulse and Burna Boy. Yes. But when don't go into a depression, my friend. Rum is always near and dear and there and dear and there. Rum, my trusted friend, Ray and his nephews. Yeah, that will help you out a lot. A lot. At least temporarily, anyways. I don't know if I give him bad advice, you know. Anyhow, I feel you're good. All right. Him say I'm good. 5Field 63 says, yes, Steel Pulse is based in England, the Handsworth area in Birmingham, where I am based. Also, big up yourself. Steel Pulse, Reggae Pioneers, King Big says. Well, this is what's going on with Burna Boy and Steel Pulse, right? Burna Boy demands cause disrespect to a legendary reggae band, Steel Pulse, at Summer Jam Festival. Summer Jam Festival, huge. I think the crowd is like 50, 60,000 or more. Huge festival. But apparently, Burna Boy came in with his diva attitude and wanted something shifted around, moved around, and disrespected Steel Pulse in the process. So David Electric of Steel Pulse, you know, remember when David used to have his lock straight up in our ear like this? For those of you who follow reggae music, now I have them down, but they're huge and, you know, it go already. He put this out at Burna Boy Graham and security crew fully disrespected us at Steel Pulse official, trying to kick us out of our dressing room that so that he could have 4 dressing rooms for himself and his massive entourage. Selwyn Brown, original member of Steel Pulse, was livid, and our team stood our ground and told them to beat it. And you can't do that to people, especially to a band that has paved the way for reggae music. It's Summer Jam Festival. Why do you have a full security team that thinks that they can come in and just bully people? So they wanted to kick them out of their dressing room. Them say, Burna Boy come backstage and him see the dressing room them, and he was like, move them, take them out. Let me get that room. And Steel Pulse is like, no, you have a bunch of other rooms. We have our one dressing room. Why you want to kick me out of our one dressing room, right? Who the hell does Burna Boy think he is? He goes on to say. And because of us refusing to leave, the security team proceeded to build a barricade of a blacked out chain linked fence that split the hallway between our dressing room and his dressing room, making it feel as if we were in a prison or something. I hope all these legendary reggae festivals realize that this can't be part of the reggae culture. That's Babylon business. We don't treat people like that. Please recognize this because Steel Pulse was fully disrespected. Reggae promotes peace, love, and unity. Stand up for your rights. We must never give up the fight. Wow. I found that to be quite telling. You know, there's been a lot of complaints about Burna Boy, but I didn't believe them. You know, a bit of a diva, but I didn't believe them. A bit disrespectful, but I didn't believe them until somebody like Steel Pulse. Now, if you know anything about Steel Pulse is probably the most unproblematic reggae band set of people. They've been around for my whole life and they've been touring for forever. So for them to actually take to social media and leave a scathing comment that is this long and this detailed about somebody like the African giant Burna Boy, it says a lot. You know what I mean? It says a lot. He said he came in the back and wanted to confiscate, kick them out of their room, their dressing room that they had. And they're like, you can't treat people like this. We're not leaving our dressing room. You know, you have all that space over there. So he instructed his security team to build a barricade, split the hallway down the middle with chain link fence and put up black garbage bags or black in or whatever, build a barricade, which made Steel Pulse feel like they were barricaded into what looked like a prison. And they're letting all the reggae festivals know that we can't continue like this. Like, that's not what we promote. You know, we don't treat people like that. They've been around for a long time. Never heard of them treating anybody disrespectful or anything like that. You know, and they're saying that reggae promotes peace and love and unity, not this, not this. Well, Burna Boy, I hope him make amends with Steel Pulse and fix up himself. You know, when you're riding high, you're riding high. And I realized that a lot of artists, when they're I think Burna Boy just sold out. I know he sold out Madison Square Garden, but I think he sold out some big stadium venue twice, and nobody else has done that by themselves. So he's riding high. You know what I mean? He's feeling himself right now. He's feeling himself. He is the African giant, and he's international now. Biggest thing out of the continent. He's feeling himself right now. But what I notice is people be feeling themselves even in regular life. You know, people always forget on their way up. So they be feeling themselves, and you never see your way down. You always think, man, I'm getting so much money right now. I'm going to solidify myself from all angles, insulate myself, make sure I'm good for life. That way, anything I chat to anybody, I don't ever have to take it back, because I don't think I'm ever coming down from this high that I'm on. I've been on earth long enough to see that fail. Yeah. Take, for example, somebody like Puffy, P. Diddy. You see what's going on with him, right? Right. Just the other day, he was celebrated as making it to the official billionaires list. And then a year passed and he is still a billionaire. And you're like, wow, highly accomplished, you know, a gatekeeper in the industry. You have to go through a Puffy to get to the industry kind of thing, to get to fame and stardom and make your millions. And he has all the links and keys to cities and this and that. Everybody is singing his praises and high accolades. And look now, he didn't see that coming. Had to separate himself from every business entity out there. Just started Revolt not too long ago, Revolt Television. Had to quickly separate from Revolt, settling all these cases behind the scenes, losing a lot of money, people distancing themselves from him. Nobody wants to be seen associated with him, because people are thinking, well, you know, I'm your boy and everything. I'm cool with you, Diddy, but I don't want them treating me like how they treat you right now. I can't afford to lose these sponsors, because, you know, my mansion still needs to be paid for. I like riding in my private jet still, and my kids are still in private school. So I got to protect mine. You know what I mean? You never see it coming when you're riding high, especially when you're riding high for a long time. So my warning to Burna Boy is simmer down. Like Bob Marley said, simmer down. Control your temper, simmer down. Yeah, better simmer, simmer. The elders have a saying, on your way up, you shake as many hands as you can on your way up. Yeah, man, big up yourself. All right, my G. Yeah, man, everything good. You need some help? Boy, I may not have all that still, but I can do a little thing for you still, you know? All right, sir. Bless up, blessings. Let it be that on your way up. And on your way down, the drop won't be so hard. Let's take this phone call real quick. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFlo. How you doing?
I'm good, family. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good.
Talk to us now.
Yeah, when I read about the whole Burna Boy situation.
Burna Boy Steel Pulse situation.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay. So when you was just in Jamaica catching the vibes, you know what I'm saying?
He was.
Yeah, he was Burna Boy all that time. Like even that new song he have, tested and approved, whatever. You could clearly hear the Jamaican influence in it. Yeah. So what I'm saying, pride. After our pride, come our fall.
Yes.
Yeah. So and I hope that the reggae fraternity holds tight with Steel Pulse in regards to this situation.
Yeah.
And that we don't sell out for money and we'll be kissing behind. Or we have keep a standard and have a standard and let them know one thing: you cannot treat our people like this. You cannot treat Jamaican people like this. You cannot treat Reggae fraternity like this.
Absolutely, especially legends like Steel Pulse.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
And he was given the benefit of the doubt, and I'm sure a lot of doors were open. And people that they guard down because he's coming from Africa. You know what I'm saying? So people feel like, all right, no problem. It's our brother. We can, share a stage, steer the sound, steer some of the rhythms and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But if you're coming on that vibe, honey, we don't play that.
Absolutely.
So I really hope they hold tight and they hold with Steel Pulse on this. And let and certainly, because our people are kind of money hungry too. So that's why I'm just kind of like a little timid about where we stand.
Yeah.
But
he was up at Judgment Yard with Sizzla and all these things.
All of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, honey. Nope.
But one thing I know about people like Sizzla, Sizzla is a person that he stands principle. On. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Principle. So that I've seen about him.
So I'm pretty sure it will be checked, even at least from that one man right there.
Right. Yeah. He needs to be checked. Yeah. And that also is however our people address this is going to be a precedent. Because if you let one person disrespect you, everybody knows, them are nothing. Can't disrespect them. You know what I'm saying? So he needs to be checked. He had a line.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't find that cool at all. Like, I personally will not be supporting your music. I mean, I might listen to the music free. I mean, not be supporting a concert or nothing like that because you're not going to disrespect my people like that. Sorry.
I'll take a stand.
So that's why I got to draw the line. Yeah. Nope.
Absolutely. Good hearing from you. I appreciate you all the time.
Yes, likewise.
All right. Thank you, family. Okay. Absolutely. But you know what today's generation is like, though, right? Today, the elders in it are the legends and the veterans, should I say, like Capleton and Sizzla and these kind of people who will cross paths with Burna Boy, Anthony B, and these people. They might address it with him, and it doesn't have to be like an aggressive fight kind of something, right? It could be a brotherly thing, like a family thing. Sometimes we have disputes, and we end up right away turn like the biggest enemies of each other. But there can be a peaceful discourse. We can actually work some stuff out peacefully. Somebody could pull him in and, well, it all depends on Burna Boy too. Because if he's going to have a diva attitude when somebody tries to check him, then that's going to be a whole nother story. Yeah. Like, who you for me to listen to you? Some people, new generation people get caught up in how much money they've made, how many views and likes they have, how many, how many followers they have. Who you talking to? I have 5 million followers. How much followers you have? Who is you? Nobody don't know you. When last you put out a hit song? That kind of stuff. You trending right now? You on the radios getting plays right now? Anybody booking you for any big shows right now? You as a nobody. Don't talk to me. That could be the attitude. And if that is the attitude, then there's going to be a problem. But if that's not the attitude and him humble himself, then there could be a discourse. You know what I mean? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo. What's up?
Morning, family. How you doing?
I'm doing very good. I'm doing very good. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Okay, so Burna, you're talking about Burna Boy and you're talking about the ODs.
Yeah.
If I was him, I would apologize, and I would have no trouble. Especially Smoothie, he moved with a lot of people. So,
So you're saying if you were Burna Boy, you would apologize?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't want no trouble.
Right. Oh, because you're saying behind the scenes, things could get problematic.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that too. And then you have like people can't go certain places because this could actually spill out. You're right. This could actually spill out into something else. You know what I mean? Like certain people can't go certain places anymore. Kind of like what the rappers do, turn their cities into no-fly zone, and this rapper not welcomed in this city anymore. And gang members were chasing you down, punching you up, and trying to kill you when you go to certain cities. It could turn like that. But we're hoping that it doesn't get to that. You have a point, though.
Yeah.
You have a point.
Now
So a simple apology.
New artists.
A simple apology. You know, it takes a lot for a person to apologize. You know what I'm saying? A simple apology sometimes, though, I would be like, yo, man, you know what? I was excited. You know, you see the crowd. It's like 100,000 people out there. I'm in my zone. I was burning a whole heap of ganja, feeling myself. I humbly apologize. You know, I got took myself out of character, and I'm sorry. I apologize. I won't do that again. And I respect you, and I know who you are, etc. It takes a man to do that, or a grown woman, somebody who is apology is hard. Apology is hard. Some people can't apologize to save their life. And then ego plays a big role, you know, in your ability to apologize. You're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, man. So
yeah, he I know listen to no new artists.
He's what?
I don't listen to new artists.
You don't listen to any new artists?
No, I don't.
But you know who Steel Pulse is, though, right?
Yeah, I know all of them. I listen to like when Kimani Marley have a new album again. I'll go listen to that, but new artists.
Okay. You could broaden your horizons and try listening to some new artists. There's some good music out here from some new artists.
There is, but most of them they want to be in the mess. Yeah. I'm not doing the mess.
All right. Well, all right. Good hearing from you, my friend. I appreciate you calling in.
You too. When I come back to the States, I'm calling and I'm ready to give you my story live.
All right, family. Have a good one.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay, you too. Bye.
All right. So as you can hear, that person has a speech impediment along with other issues going on. I've spoken to that person before. There are some issues there with the individual. I know some of you are like, why don't you fix up your mic so we can hear the people them better? It's not my mic, it's the person. That's how they speak, right? Right. But Kaz Robinson says differences. Black will reach new lead, but their fall from grace is easy. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo. How are you today, boss?
I'm good, my brother. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing well, thank the most high. Just want to give some great regards to all your listeners and give which everyone health and strength. As an artist, I want to comment on the Burna Boy situation with David Hines.
Right.
It could have the impact which the person who just mentioned, of course, but knowing Mr. Hines, he will not allow that. However, I can't control my fans. I've had this situation already where there was a war about me on Facebook, and I didn't even know about it until 6 months later. Just between fans, I almost get real serious. I mean, I don't know nobody. So I think Hansworth and in places where Burna Boy, I'm up there Hansworth tomorrow morning. At a concert in Hansworth in the next few weeks, I'll tell him not to do so until he apologizes. Yes, and they're going to have an impact on him. I mean, they might invite him to come a reggae jam at Germany, but they're not going to went for a summer jam, but they might not invite him a reggae jam because the reggae fraternity, white, green, yellow, reggae has a certain potential. People gravitate, they transcend beyond what we know about.
Right.
So that's why that's a Burna Boys, don't mess with the cornerstones of reggae. Right. I mean, of course, if a cornerstone misbehave, you can also do it in a way, say so and so and so. But I don't, you can't go do it that way then. On the other hand, though, the reggae community is not like the dancehall community.
Right.
So yeah, so I guess there will be reprisal in terms of financial. There will be people who say, "I'm put that boy again." Right. And no respect until we get one public apology. Just like when this is the public who want a public apology.
But it won't be like no bad man and gunshot and
Jamaica. So when I can't say, we can't be when it's something put in the middle of the stool so because we live in Africa, we live in Jamaica. So me really sitting there, just break my heart. Because Jamaica come from, he break my heart.
Yeah.
It break my heart. And we don't like them something, we don't want them something in the fraternity. We need less of that. But I think it's not meant for Mr. Hines to apologize, but he can control his fans. Right? I mean, if a man say, all right, we'll do a show next year Accra, a Parafest, I'm not going to grace the stage with him as them mother demonstrate and say, no, I'm not going to say until the apology come. Of course, I don't miss the chance to promote myself, but you have to stand up for something like fault for everything. Right. So people have to realize that these things do have impact. Right. Okay? And we don't want to overdo it either, because we have sometimes some people do some things and we not punish them for life, but we punish our own for life. Right. We're quick to forgive others. So we have to do balance. Yeah, true, true. Quick to forgive others. You have to match the punishment. There's some things we do in Jamaica, and some people do the same thing in Africa. SouFLo. And in Jamaica, the person is dead. In Africa, I want goats and couple chicken and certainly a small ritual. In Jamaica, you can't go through this, you must be mad. Now we're in the cutlass. It's not going to happen. Yeah. Right? We talk about rape, you know. Right. We talk about rape, you know. And then hold him and beat out the Usha part, you know. And he admit and everything, you know. And then they kill him. In the night, person admitted later if you see them settle it. So I think Burna boy being of West African descent, if we bring probably one who he can bring come and go to the Rasta man, but we'll find a way to settle that. Right, right. I'm a peacefully. You can't bring no dead meat. No, but at the same time, I've seen rape, a case of rape in a village being settled with whiplash and goat and family and re. Boy, put on panini and if the family member touch him on his shoulder, he can't get up. Wow. That's him today. So forgiveness play a big role in Africa. Yes. You see, because my lady in Africa said to me, say, the Western world, fuck you. See. So, you know the first to learn. I think Burna boy going to learn something because Africa awaits its creators, you know. And that's why I'm even quoting Marcus. I quote Steel Pulse 9 song to Africa awaits its creators. And probably this is a watershed moment. Not for us to bash and kill each other and all that, but address it in a civilized way because we see white people do some wicked things that last 500 years to black people, you know. And we still hug them up, you know. True, man. So on that premise, you see, you want person where you have to, you know, you provoke thoughts and you not discriminate. I've learned a lot by listening to you the last couple of years. We get stuck in South Africa, 2019, Corona. And you became, I said, well, what a fresh air, well, refreshing. Somebody who dared to go there when others wouldn't. And know the things that were, you used to pick up everybody on the same bandwagon. Right. So, you're not a wagonist. Yes, sir. I want you in close, I want to pick up Burning Spear. Because they've been legendary. Too long. Legendary. Yeah. Legendary. Absolutely. And he's fighting a certain battle. He's fighting a certain battle on the front line, which many others have fought. I talk about culture. When you come to Germany and tell him, say, take the camera off him, is he don't take away the camera, I mean, I leave the stage. He end up, you see, get heartbroken, lick before you know it, reach back to Jamaica. I've seen many great Jamaican bands come to Germany, come crash. Right? And there's a method to the madness. Right. Yeah, so Israel vibration come split, you know. What Shanti Rai. Yeah, so them come split, you know. I'm gonna go down more night. But what's behind that though? Wait. Now you're piquing my curiosity. So what's behind that though? Yeah. The connection with Germany. Because I know that there's something there as well as to do with Bob Marley as well. Look, I'm gonna get that thing too. You see a group with them called Bonham. You know, so there was someone in Rivers of Babylon, that German man owned it legally. By the rivers of Babylon. That song there? Right. But go to the game right now and find out who of it. When Bonnie and them do it, the white boy claims to a female, a Jamaican girl, and bring it in, you know, and him thief it from them. Him legally own it, you know. Wow. All right. Also, I'm drop 2 pearls for you this morning. Just because I'm in the field of publisher, I'm a musician, songwriter, and sitting there. It has nothing to do with me, but more all Jamaican artists around the world. Even if you got non-Jamaican, African people of African descent. You see your publishing rights, your name and your likeness, that have to protect properly. If a thing on clause where white people put in a contract, almost when I died, I take back my copyrights them from a publishing. I call him and he couldn't answer me on my second operation. And I say, okay, Father, take me out of this. And I will set this from children and come and I'll let them poor. That thing called non-performance clause, the death clause. But you're more valuable as an artist if you're dead than alive. Check Whitney Houston history and try to understand it, but most people don't get it.
Yeah, I've always heard that, but you being in it can explain it to us. We hear that when them say that, oh, she's more valuable dead than alive. But as laymen come to that, we don't know what that entails.
More break it down to you. If a girl take a poor Jamaican, we can take a renter dread from the beach and can't go to America or anywhere, and ensure this youth for a world for money. Just in wife alone, I give an example. This man is more valuable dead than alive, you know.
You have a point.
So if you give her the service that she need, she keep him. But if you mess up, she have more money to make if you mess up. Now, the same thing in music business. When you cannot perform and there's a certain amount of expectation from you within a certain lifetime to produce a certain amount of things, and then you Bob Marley that 36 in a virgin. You can just imagine what would have happened to Bob. So I mean, I don't like Chris Whitewell, but what he did for Bob, me have to love him. Because before we Jamaican wouldn't do it for him.
Chris Whitewell.
Because what happened was Bob money get freeze up on his account, $2 million, and then at the end of the day, what happened? Chris Whitewell have to come fight the case for the youth them. That youth them could end up coming on them for the estate. You know, so everybody want to buy out in publishing and in likeness and in name and in signature.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. So the non-performance clause only has to do with when we can't make no money out of you, want insurance or PFP. And it could be that your music have to sell for the rest of your children them like, your grandchildren them like. And many of them put out fight. That we're the executive producer. Make it children and be an executive producer. I could see a lot more. That's why I can't live in Jamaica here. I want to visit. Stay right now. You see, the Atlantic slave trade has a lot to do with everything that we're experiencing. That great triangle between Africa, the human resources of Africa, and the knowledge which was used to build the White House when no black man couldn't go in until Obama going there. All those things, that's why I'm staying in Europe, you know. I'm monitoring everything between Jamaica and Africa. That's what the white people do too. We work for white people, we never visit Jamaica yet. They say if you go on the inside, there's certain things we need to tell you them. No, at 30-year-old, me find out these things when I'm almost dead. I want you to know it, especially young money when they business they fight them one another with a skilly bag and full of police. Get off of that.
Right.
We have too much enemies to be doing that. Our music has something of a power for gravitate to people, and people know that potential. And there are people who have brought their way into it.
With no good intention.
With no good intention.
Yeah, with no good
intention. And I would have preferred if black entities would buy into these things themselves, that it becomes black owned at the end of the day. But it's going to be Saudi owned. It's going to be owned by some guys. Look what happened in football. I'm trying to say something to everybody where, you know, I just want to see the future.
Yeah.
I mean, in the upper room with some people, they say some things in our presence. You have guys that say, when we're done with reggae, we're going to paint it white. And when we walk in the room, I see the black man in the face, I say, what happened? I say, boy, you hear what the guy just said. So to understand it, you need to understand it. Reggae has nothing to do with black and white, but you have some people who, if you go in a certain country and you're a black artist, you will never make it. But if you mix yourself with some white youth, you don't have to make it.
Yes.
They call it integration. You gotta find some words where they use for you. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Is it?
I was about to call some names, but me not bother do it. But and I'm talking about.
You don't have to. Just
talking about individuals who are of the Caucasian persuasion and submerge themselves deeply into reggae, and now they are huge stars globally, even bigger than most of our reggae stars. You know, I even hear people bragging and saying, "You don't make it yet, cause when me up on tour, this a person me see and this person me see. I don't see you." You know what I mean? And they are the face of reggae in certain parts of the world where reggae sells and reggae is
dominant. True.
Yeah.
But the question I'm asking, why don't they push youth like Ioway? Youth with a message. But any man can tell the girls to skin it out and do what she should do. So there's an intention behind that.
Okay. Deeper.
I'm just giving you a sublime message.
Yes. Caught it.
You know?
Caught it.
Yeah.
All right, my brother.
So it's important. My record company told me that at that time I may have married, and the record company at them said, you can't say married, you know. Because the girls them love you and the fans and the girls them must have the hopes they can get you.
Right, of I've heard that one.
You know, so we're gonna miss night. But I'm glad one Rasta man cover and I've been young over pitchfork, bongo Joan and man there sit me down. You know what I mean? Some serious Rasta man and sit me down, taco, and then man they sit me down. See? You know, bongo all the man they on the block, the man they sit me down like a youth and grow up in a certain way.
Big up bongo,
You know,
man.
and give me certain moral. Yeah. The whole them man there, I will put them in a grand they sack it down a little youth.
See.
Some of them lose the way, see, and enough of them hold it.
See.
Buck, yellow King Buck, them the man there, Buckstone.
See.
You know, Guns Drive, Browns Lane, and places. We talk about the Gary, you know. We have some people with them help them morals now early. You know. And a man named Mr. Matthews, who I made in Africa, I've been at school right now. A man named Anthony Matthews from Herbert Morris Comprehensive High School. Them man that inspire me. So we have some great people in Jamaica.
Right.
Absolutely. Come do it. And I want to say, why you don't do it at Jamaica? If you do it at Jamaica, the people who have music school, then we get gunman come kill you. Because you do it for free and they have to live from it. And you enter your box with food, other people want you dead. So you understand? Every day I better tell every madness.
That right there, what you
just said. Jamaica every day, and we are all ambassadors. We have to stay focused.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, my brother.
Take care, yeah.
I appreciate it.
Just one, you know, sometimes I come here, I become like a freak star, you know.
Manners.
All right.
Manners.
Little bit.
All right. We learned something, and that was deep, and could have very well gone into another 1 hour of conversation, based on what he was saying. But we are still on track, are trying to, at least. Who is the artist performer on the line? Very informative. Mel, all will be revealed in time. King Big says, just pay attention to the Rotterdam Reggae Fest. Aya. Crystal G said, at SouFLo, could you check out the notion that Beryl was man-made? Well, yeah, well, you know, okay, so the thing about Beryl being man-made, well, it could very... How do we do this? You know, sir, that's something that we're depend, you see? I remember one time when Capleton said, long time ago, you know, before internet blew up on everything, Capleton have a song where him say, them get caught in the internet, yo, enough of them not ready yet, boy. And then he started describing the net. And it was like, you have the spider in the middle, just look on a spider web and look at the net and look how it, and say everything is connected and they might do it all on purpose, right? And then you will be caught in that net there, same way. So saying something like looking into, Sister Fire, right there, so. See, read the screen, everybody, right there, so. So for us to go into that now, we will have to go into a whole long hour of discussion, but everybody can read what Sister Fire just posted on the screen and then take it from there and do your own development or your own research. It has become dangerous on social media just to even mention certain things or have a extended conversation about certain topics. You know what I mean? You get labeled a certain way. They blacklist your channel, them start hide you from everybody, your subscribers, them stop get them notification. You notice your numbers start dropping rapidly, and before you know it, you're off the air and gone. You know what I mean? Because that's not what they want you to be discussing. You mustn't be out here really opening eyes. So more time, if me open eyes, you know, some do it under the guys have said joke, laughter, read between the lines, something, say it deep in a patois and then move. And who catch it, and who don't catch it, don't catch it. Not true? Right. But yeah, right, that's all. Yeah, man. The earthquake, them in a Haiti and all these other things and these things and time and things and yeah, new warfare, ways to fight war. I don't know, man run up with gun no more, you know. I'm mad with you, I'm sending all that tsunami, wipe out your thing. Nobody to blame, I'm blame free, all kind of something. We're not gonna get into that this morning though, but just know said the world is changing and it's gonna be changing while we're in it. And can you imagine after we're gone how much more it will have changed then, after certain people have perfected the things that they are working on now and they are trying out now? when them done perfect all them something here, you can imagine what the future might look like, right? Even though we won't be in it up to a certain point, right? Kaz Robinson said, leave it alone as I shall. Crystal G, I say, I know. I just want you to go look. No man, may I look. Long time. I'm well versed on all that. I'm up on it. And if you look back at some of our old videos, you know, I realized that we have over 4,000 and something videos on YouTube. So if you go back and look over some of our videos, you will see that we've done these topics before. But this is when nobody really cared about who we were. You know what I mean? Because we never really have no followers. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Hi, SouFlo, it's me again.
Yes, family. Talk to it.
Yeah. Yes, I was listening to the I guess a little delayed. I was listening to the artist who was calling and giving the advice and stuff. And one thing he was saying that was something like he said, reggae don't have nothing to do with black and white. He did say that, right?
No.
He said that?
We never get that.
Oh.
No, we never get that.
Okay. Because we should keep reggae black. See, we are always the integration people, and that is our problem.
Wait, hold on. It's gonna be impossible to do that. It's gonna be impossible to
keep it black.
Yeah, it's gonna be impossible to do it. It's gonna be impossible to do it.
Oh, Jamaican have to be the stamp. If you're not, they don't get that stamp of approval.
It can't fly.
It can't fly.
But here's the thing. That's why this is why I think it's gonna be interesting that you should say that. Even though that's not what he said, but it brought us to this. This is why I think it can't be done, because look at us, home. How much love and respect is given to that which we created, which is reggae, right?
Not much.
Right. So in order for it to become like you can't fly everywhere with this unless you get the official stamp off of the rock, off of Jamaica. Right. If it should become that, we would have to be more proactive at uplifting it, especially like on a government level, even, right? Yeah. Not just even the people, but
it should be a national treasure.
Right. And if it's not that, then anybody and everybody is going to be able to take it. I want to tell you something, right, that I found very disturbing and also disappointing. Not to knock you off what you were saying, but man, I hear some good reggae music the other day, and I'm like, oh, this is reggae. And when I went to go look to see who it was, I was just listening to the music. When I went to go look to see who it was, my spirit just turned. And my spirit turned because I Kill Me Dead. It was coming straight out of Jamaica. I think it was coming somewhere from out of Hawaii.
What?
Out of Hawaii. And the dude already won a Grammy on it. So I had to go look up more. I'm like, who the hell is this? I think J. Boogar, something like that. And I'm like, yo, reggae gone from we, brethren. It gone from we. So we trying to make it, keep it certain way. That gone. Bob Marley days, they probably could have. But there should have been more control exercised from back then, more national pride in it, and more investment in it from back then when Bob was saying it. Because I remember a journalist asking Bob Marley, and Bob Marley said, well, you know, the journalist said, so anybody could just copy it, right? And just do it. And Bob says, but you see, it's not copy, do it, you know. There's a feel to it. And he was talking about the authenticity of it. Him saying something where we create. So there's a certain vibration and a feel to it, right? And that's why a lot of musicians can imitate it. They can practice, but they still can't play it like how we play it the way how it's supposed to be played. I think that has gone. I think they've had enough time now to do whole heap of rehearsal, and we have also lost touch with the authenticity of it. That part.
That's sad.
Yeah, that's very sad.
Because when I guess that's a global issue. You know, not to go into a different direction. As a people, globally, we always fought against the physical chains, and till this day, we have never addressed the mental chains.
Absolutely.
We've never. So that's why sometimes you hear about people talk about slavery and this almost as if it happened yesterday because it's still fresh mentally. Because we've passed down and normalized and devalued ourselves to the point it's normal. It's normal to bleach. It's normal to stay out the sun. It's normal to talk about nappy hair. It's normal to say good hair and all of that. It's normal. And these are not normal. There's no people on the planet who describe themselves like this.
Yeah.
So that means everything that comes from us, we also devalue, even though it's so special. Damn. Instead of holding on to it. And look at country music. Black people create country music.
Yeah.
And white people who we left it for because we don't value anything, they are so much trying to gatekeep something they didn't even create. They didn't even want Beyonce to play country music.
Yeah.
And it's not theirs.
Yeah. And Jay-Z said, we coming back for everything you stole.
Yeah. They don't do what you call it? Integrate. That's us. We've been taught that nonsense, that rainbow nonsense. And that comes from low self-esteem. Because even if you look at the Negro Leagues, right? Now, instead, Black people had the best players in the world in baseball. And they traded that because they want to sit next to white people and integrate with white people. When was the last time you've seen a Black person in baseball now?
Talk no.
It's just like you're so desperate to integrate and kumbaya and rainbow coalition with these people. And you gave everything away and you don't have nothing to show for it.
Damn it, man.
You don't have nothing to show for it. What are you getting from it? And all of this comes from low self-esteem. So every time we sit at the business table with these people, we come with a mental disadvantage. Because that's why I believe all Caribbean and Africa get themselves in all these contracts with the World Bank. None of them see white people sit at the table and just sign. Yes, and they want to feel like they're a businessman. Instead of reading and say, hold on a minute, this is not good for my people. I'm not doing this. No, this can't work. Because they don't come with any racial pride. We have a damaged sense of racial pride. It is not where it's supposed to be. And every other group come to the table with racial pride. Almost we come like our hand and foot bound. And then come with them two hands swinging and two legs swinging mentally. So it's like we can't hold on to anything, no matter how precious it is, no matter what we produce. You know?
That's a hard pill to swallow, boy.
And then after them fully take it, then we want to stand outside with picket sign. I said, back up. We are worse, as you said, from Bob Marley time, it should have been a national treasure. The government should have said, hey, man, sometimes I wish I was in positions of power, honestly.
Yes.
Because I have that racial pride that our people need to move forward. And we don't see that with most of our leadership. They don't have it. They are just inconvenient Black people who really should have been European. They've just been inconvenienced by a few of these African ancestors in their DNA. You know? And they feel so, the way they're going to get the acceptance they want is to give away everything, including their soul. But what they don't realize, even a racist does not respect a Black man who don't respect himself.
Facts.
That's why they might have hated Malcolm X, but they couldn't disrespect Malcolm X because he respected himself.
Facts.
Damn. You understand? And honestly, they respected Malcolm X more than they respected Martin Luther King.
Yep. Because
their mind cannot understand a man is beating you and you still go sit at his lunch counter and give him your money and have him batter you and come back the next day.
And spitting at your face and come back the next day.
Honestly, we talk about even the civil rights, but it's mental illness. That's not a normal human response. They would more respect the man and say, look, you don't like us, fine. We don't like you either. Want to stay over there, so we stay over here. Not a problem. No problem. You have your business, we have ours. It's like, all right, well, fine. And then they can't work with that. They will respect you more. But we figure if we give and we give and we give our very soul, we're going to attain some quote unquote some sort of metaphorical whiteness that we cannot physically attain. You know, it's a problem. It's sad.
It's sad. It's super sad.
You know?
Yeah. Our sad reality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Listen, you know what's funny too? While we're on that, because I want to get into the rest of the topic, then 9 o'clock is approaching in the next 25 minutes. But check this out. Can't take a call right now. Hold on, let me have to say this. That's the same reason why to this day Bob Marley is not even a hero, a national hero in Jamaica. Because okay, so Jamaica waited. This is one of Jamaica's biggest mistakes. They waited for the world to approve Bob Marley and turn him into a national treasure to the world before they actually looked at him and said he was worthy of representing Jamaica to them. Them could have used anybody else. The big titty girl from Trinidad that they dressed up in the water to look like a Jamaican, you know, that used to be the one love, that used to be the welcome to Jamaica something and all that, you know, but Bob Marley's song is always constantly there. True. One heart, let's get together and feel all right. And they're like, come to Jamaica and feel all right, right? But the image of Rasta and Bob Marley and what you see now, we're gone with reggae music, where you can find this anywhere across the world now. They should have been on that and treasuring it from back then. But that horse has gone through the gate. Ask yourself why up till today, Bob Marley is not a national hero in Jamaica. Even some black people will be like, hero or somebody will jump in with cape and save a whole heap of people. Hero or some, Bob no deserve no hero nothing. Do you know what Bob Marley means or represents to the world outside of Jamaica? Hope, peace, tolerance for each other, love, respect, like emancipation, yes, freedom, get up, stand up for your rights. That transcends racial boundaries, that transcends that just speaks to the heart of every human being, regardless of whatever you are, right? Right. And Jamaica still can't see him as a national hero. And I said this before and I'll say it again, then I'm going to move on to another topic because we have a couple of topics to cover before we get out of here with less time to do it. If Bob Marley was clean cut, clean shaven, like say a Paul Bogle or one of them other guys, he would have been up on that board as a national hero. Long time. And I don't have to ask nobody that. I know that as a Jamaican. And who can accept that and don't know that as a Jamaican? You just go around the thing because you don't want to accept that. That's the truth. If Bob was clean shaven, he would have long time been regarded as a national hero in Jamaica. You know, when you land at Norman Manley International Airport in Jamaica and you're coming through the airport and you see all our heroes on the wall, Bob Marley would have been one of them. He would have been there long time ago, listed in our history books as that long time ago. If Barbados can name Rihanna as a national hero, why Jamaica can't name Bob Marley as a national hero? Rihanna hasn't done a snippet of what Bob Marley has done for on a global level. Forget global level for Jamaica then. But hey, that truth there, hard to swallow. So we're gonna move on from that because we're trying to knock these topics out the way quickly, right? JPS said that over 83% of the customers in Jamaica have had their power restored, even though there are still down power lines and there are still blocked roads, so on and so forth. But we will be posting again the Soninka info. No matter how many times I posted, somebody, SouFLo, you can give me the number again to the solar people them. So we will be posting Soninka information again. My Jamaicans who are watching from Jamaica, you don't have to be waiting around for JPS. And as a Jamaican, me know say we always have power cut, light gone, and these kind of things. You can have a backup with a solar system, and it doesn't have to be the big expensive solar system that you're thinking about where the panels have to be on your rooftop and all these things. They actually have interior lighting that are bulbs that are solar for your interior part of your house. And they actually have the street lights, which can light up like your whole backyard. You can use them inside if you want to light up the whole house. Who knows? But they are solar powered. I'll put that information up for you guys later after we're done with this live, and I'll pin it as the first comment so we can start doing more for ourselves and stop talking about government and JPS and light and them not put on the light yet. You can help yourself in the meantime. Some things you just can't control, but for the things you can control, I encourage you to go ahead and try help yourself in that manner, right? There's a UK and St. Andrew man who has gone missing in Jamaica. If you look at my icon this morning, each person up there, I did the icon that way for a reason. UK and St. Andrew man gone missing while heading to New Kingston, and his name is Dave Wright. Well, it's not ever a good time to go missing in Jamaica, especially if you're a man or woman. It don't matter. But when you've been missing for an extended period of time, it usually means that the outcome is not going to be good. The Matilda Corner Police in St. Andrew, they're seeking public's assistance to locate this individual, a man from England who is in Jamaica. He has gone missing in St. Andrew since Tuesday, July 2nd. Today is the 9th, so he's been missing for quite some time. He's 49-year-old Dave Wright of a Pilot Walk address in the UK, and Wellington Glades, St. Andrew is where his people are based at. Reports from the police are that he was last seen heading to Knutsford Express in New Kingston, St. Andrew, and his mode of dress is unknown, which is weird to me, because if somebody last saw him heading to Knutsford, how come them no remember what him did have on? Them can't say it was a white shirt and some black pants. And how you remember where he was heading to, but don't remember what he was wearing while he was heading to where you saw him heading to? I don't understand them kind of reporting here, but this is what we have to work with, right? All efforts to contact him has been futile. It's as if he has dropped off the face of the earth. And any police in Jamaica, I'm not even going to bother give you the Matilda's Corner police number. Just call any police entity in Jamaica if you know this man's whereabouts, or if you see him anywhere or anything like that. I'm sure his family is worried sick. While we're on that, Beryl Hammond, our crooner, Father Beryl, his nephew is still missing. Beryl Hammond's nephew is still missing. He is 62-year-old Jamaican-born American resident Fabian Hammond, and he disappeared on June 15th. We are at July 9th. If you count the days, he's been gone quite some time, from June 15th to July 9th. His family has a $1 million reward out for anybody who has anything that can lead to his whereabouts. He still has not showed up yet. The whole story about how he went missing, a friend was supposed to, just to rehash it for those who don't know, a friend was supposed to pick him up from the airport. He's a very quiet person, according to his sister. He frequently travels between Jamaica and the US. He has his house in Jamaica, and he frequently travels back and forth, but he never tells people when he's going or coming, except for this one person who always pick him up. It's also said that this one person is also his business partner who knows everything and controls everything. And he was last seen. He is of light brown complexion. He has green eyes, and he is about 6 feet 2 inches tall. That's a tall man. A $1 million reward is being offered for his whereabouts. The friend said him pick him up from airport, drop him off to his house, and the man asked him, Fabian asked him to take him somewhere else, and he told Fabian he couldn't take him there now, and Fabian got upset, which is very weird to me. Because if me just landing at the place and my friend, I said to my brethren, say, can't I go around and so and so now? And him say, boy, SouFLo, I can't do that right now, still in a car. I'm supposed to take wife to go and so and so, and then I have to pick up the kids them and rare. Why would I be mad and that upset that we leave on that kind of a discord? You know what I mean? But the sister is saying they're looking at that friend sideways. Them go up and place with police, them kick in the door. Things look suspicious. They don't even think he made it to that house. So I don't know if they were implying that it was staged, like the suitcase him come with was put on the bed. But that's the last they had seen or heard from him. He visited Jamaica on a regular basis, like I said before. She said the family remains on edge, and she's asking anyone with any information to please reach out. And again, I won't give you a particular police officer or police office or police station number. Just call any police entity 1198. 1198 if you know anything. The police went to his house in Allman Town, and the suitcase that he came down with was placed neatly on the bed. But he also had a knapsack, and that is missing. The police checked the airport, they checked their records, they checked the cameras, everything to show that he departed the island earlier, and the answer is no. No record of him departing. So he basically landed in Jamaica and disappeared. That's Beryl Hammond's nephew. Talk about missing SouFLo. Have you found Beryl Hammond's nephew yet? Reggae Girl, that's exactly who I'm talking about right now. Beryl Hammond's nephew. He has not been found. He simply disappeared. There's a $1 million reward out for him. Anybody who knows anything, call and say something. Another person who has not been found is the young man who, during the hurricane Beryl, he went to go grab the football. They found the football, but they didn't find him. The police found a decomposed body that was washed up, and it was thought to be his, but after they identified it, they realized that it was not him. So they still have not found his body. But from where them say the water run, them say it empties out into the sea. So, you know, if his body got emptied out into the sea, dragged through and emptied out into the sea, let your imagination run wild. What could have taken place, why we can't find his body. His family is still looking. They're still trying to find him. But, you know, it's another sad incident. And to add to his story, Alric Moncrief, the Arnett Garden man, reportedly washed away by waters in a channel on Wednesday during the hurricane. He was scheduled to actually appear in family court on Thursday to make his case for regular access to his 2-year-old son. So there was some kind of a custody battle going on, and he was reportedly swept away after trying to retrieve a ball from the drain while playing a game of football during the passage of Hurricane Beryl. He was a security guard. He was 20 years old. He worked as a security guard, engaged in an ongoing struggle to have rights to visit his son. Ever since the child's mother relocated the boy to a rural community, moving the child away from him. Now, them must know why them do all of that. I'm not going to get into the people business. Me don't know if she'd get killed with lick and she feel like she'd have to move or what. You never know. I don't know their business like that. But speaking to the Gleaner, while relatives, friends, and community members from Arnett Garden searched the sandy gully and drains below Marcus Garvey Drive to try to locate him, Sylvia Knight expressed how her 20-year-old nephew loved his child. And she said, I know he had good things in store for him, you know, and his son. Me know that because him work hard. Today was a court date for him, and his mother and the baby mother to decide who to keep the baby or what. Me don't know if that trigger him off, she said, adding that he was looking forward to attending court. And baby mother take the child and she gone a country with the child. So them always I say, him want him son. A lady come hug me up. I say, all him depend. I say how much him want him son, him want him son, him want him son. A resident of Arnett Garden who was part of the search party told the Gleaner that she did not believe that he was suicidal, but genuinely went for that ball in the rushing waters. I don't think so him just jumping at the water so just because of no court case. He wanted to see his son, yes, but he was playing and he was only trying to get the ball. Of course, on other channels, people have said, SouFLo, me did over so and so, and somebody say a $500 bet then give him and him jump off into the water for the $500. But nowhere else has reported that. None of his family members have confirmed that, and I don't know if that is credible. You know, when you're up on live, people say stuff in our comment section, you read it back, you don't know if it's true or not, right? So a body that was initially found, they thought it was his, and I was saying that I hope that the family could at least find him body where they can have some kind of a closure if the case is dead. But it turned out that it was not him. Knight said that the tragic event has dealt a hard blow to the family and to relatives and to persons who knew and loved him. You know, Auntie said, boy, we have to take it real hard. The young man numbered among residents who disobeyed the curfew orders and went outside. One time them did a tell him if he stay inside cause hurricane. We know we stay already. Man probably think, oh, the wind them just hard right now, but me I go play like a ball before the full hurricane come, and didn't realize the water's rushing, the thing is building up, and got caught up, lost his life. Young, and you know, so the thing go. So he's still missing. They haven't found him yet. I also reported that an 80-year-old woman, so we've reached the stage of the show now where before we said it was 2 lives that were lost in Jamaica due to Beryl. Apparently, we don't really know how many. And as the days are going by, more names and situations are coming to light. So apparently, there were others. An 80-year-old Manchester man also died during that hurricane. He lost his life when a wall at the back of his property in Backup District Resource in Manchester fell on him during the passage of the hurricane as well. Don't know when did I do out there. I saw a video of an old lady on top of a roof, not the one that was seen holding down the zinc as the zinc try fly. Another one that was seen tying the rope them to her grill on one side of the wall and then walking upon the roof. And the mama look like she in her church clothes, dressed on big hat, and walking the rope them to the other side and tying them over this upon the next grill to keep our roof on our house. The man name is Stanley Castle, and he lived alone in a board structure house, which at some point lost its roof during the hurricane. His grandniece, Patricia Nelson, on Thursday said that she didn't know what time the mishap occurred, only that he was found by concerned residents the following morning. He was a farmer, and she went to go visit her granduncle with some food because he lives alone, and then she came upon a crowd that was gathered outside of his property. She said the roof left off, and he went outside because his roof gone. Where I stand up in there, the roof gone. I don't know if it was shelter that he was going to seek because the roof gone, but as he went outside, the wall fell down on him. It was a concrete wall, and he lost his life that way. His body was taken to the regional hospital in Mandeville, where he was pronounced dead, and then he was then removed to the morgue. So that's another tragedy that happened. And then there's another one about an old lady, which is one of the people that I told you about earlier. And, enough people are mourning for this old lady. Her name was Miss Icy. Miss Icy. A lonely dog, still intent on protecting his home, and barked raucously. Though its owner, Miss Icy, was no longer alive to benefit from the dog's robust defense. The elderly woman's badly decomposed body, initially mistaken for rubbish, washed up in a gully, and it was discovered in Dumfries, St. James, Saturday afternoon. Somebody said, I actually saw it from Thursday morning, but I didn't know it was a body because normally when rain fall, things come up from the side. A lot of things settle in that pond and bank up. So we thought it was just rubbish. That is what Dacian Shaw said, who lives across the road from the pond where the elderly woman's body was discovered. But gradually, it started swelling up. So it started becoming bigger and bigger. And it started forming up like a human being because the lady was actually a very small lady, an old lady who lived by herself. But Saturday morning now, as I was sitting on my veranda looking out, it was there for a while. I mean, that I look upon it, you know. I said, no, man. By looking and looking, I said, that looked like a dead body. Shaw's theory was confirmed after a drone was flown over the area, and they said, yep, it was confirmed to be a dead body. Now, like other community members, she theorized that the elderly woman might have went to her gate and was swept away by the waters in the flood in a trench that was built outside of her property. Nice little house she did have. A nice little tiny house. It was a concrete house, well grilled up and everything. Nice little structure. My conclusion is that she's an old woman. She lived by herself. And there is a trench at her gateway. To me, the place dark, electricity gone. She might not have seen where she was walking. Probably she came out to buy something. She lose her step. She fall into the trench. And the water that was sweeping through the trench sweep her away. According to her sister, Amy Campbell, who lives in the neighboring community in Lima, when they heard that James had not been seen after the hurricane, a family member went to check on her and discovered that two back doors of her empty house were also open. They don't make any alarm because it was nighttime, Sunday night. Now my son and my daughter, they go and they start searching. All the police come up here and help with search. They even contacted a relative in Montego Bay to ask if James was becoming senile, like she might have just walked out on her own or something. I'm having a hard time coping with my sister's passing. So too is the community member Jeffrey Barron, who helped firefighters recover her body from the pond. He was among those who spoke highly of this old lady. Me always pass her, you know. And she even telling me, say, she want to sell me the house. A man who only gave his name as Carlos recounted speaking with her on Tuesday. Me see her and me talk to her. She told me that she was not remembering things well. And she asked me if I know anybody who could have rent out a part of her place because she dead there and she live alone. Me just feel away because me I go work the morning and me don't even know say she missing. It's tragic, man. It's me like a friend, you know. You don't know how people miserable already, some people. But it's my friend still. She have a good heart. Tony, another businessman in the area, expressed similar sentiments and said that she's a woman who is, she hears say anything I give way, she makes sure say everybody get it. Whether government or private sector, from he, she, here, says something I give way, where people can get. She not hiding it. She'll tell you, figure look about it and get some for yourself. Member of Parliament for St. James, Earl Central Edmund Bartlett, who on Sunday visited James' grief-stricken relatives, expressed regrets at her passing and said that I'm saddened by her passing and I extend my deepest condolences to members of her family. So that is the story of the other person, the old lady's body that I told you about. The last one now was the one about the lady I told you all about, the fallen tree. And the story didn't quite go like that because she never idle. You see, social media is a thing, you know. Somebody took the story and said, the first time I saw it, and that's why I went to go look up the details, it says, idle woman go outside and a climb tree during the hurricane and the tree dropped down and kill her. Jesus Christ. Idle woman go outside and a climb tree during a hurricane. So even me, I was dismissive. And I was like, well, if I that you do outside a climb tree during hurricane and tree drop down upon you, I guess you get, you know, you get what the duck get. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Not knowing that that is not how the actual story went. I don't know why people sensationalize these stories. I guess it's more interesting and entertaining for them to tell it that way. But the proper account of the story says a Hanover woman was killed by a tree during Hurricane Beryl. 26-year-old Hanover woman was killed on Wednesday evening when a tree fell on her during Hurricane Beryl. The deceased woman has been identified as Keon Sterling. Acting Director General of the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, Richard Thompson, informed the media about the incident. Now, it was confirmed that a lady out of Westmoreland, the tree actually came down on her house. And it was confirmed by the Ministry of Health that the person had passed. The tree fell on her house. A limb from the tree that fell on her house hit her. That is unfortunate. That is something that we did not want to see happen in this event. As always, one life lost is always too many, Thompson said. The Corporate Communications Unit of the Jamaica Constabulary Force said that Sterling was standing outside of her house in Green Island, Hanover, when a section of a tree hit her around 5 p.m. The hurricane hadn't started yet. A family member, well, the hurricane had started because the hurricane started during midday and it was building. So around 5 p.m. it would have been very much on its way. But she wasn't climbing no tree. Probably did like what that old lady did. Go to her gate, go look, because things not get that bad yet. A family member reportedly stumbled upon her body and then they summoned the police and she was taken to the hospital, but then she was pronounced dead there. And those are the deaths leading from this Hurricane Beryl. I'll say it again. We still have a lot to be thankful for because in Texas alone, I didn't even know that the US got hit with Hurricane Beryl. I'm so caught up in Jamaica. But we have 9 deaths in Texas alone so far from Hurricane Beryl and the effects of Hurricane Beryl here in the US. I'm so thinking it only flew through the Caribbean and Mexico and hit up Jamaica and gone somewhere else. We lost lives here in the US too. So Jamaica, we did good. We lost some lives under some shady circumstances, but it could have been way worse. As we have a saying, we say, it could have been wasara. So we still have to give thanks, and give all praises and glory to the Most High because it could have been super worse. Super worse. With that said, Jamaica still has a lot of damage. We didn't lose a lot of lives, but there are a lot of people who need a lot of help. So in any way you can, I don't have any particular avenue of help to send any particular persons anything or group of people anything, but you can look around out there. If you see them come across your timeline and you can be of help to somebody, then be of help to somebody. Sometimes, it only take a little bit and it won't cost you nothing, but your little bit is somebody's a lot. Right? Right. My question for that grandniece, why Una didn't secure him before the hurricane? Reggae Girl said, boy, Reggae Girl, if you know you live alone in a old board house, Una should have protected him. It goes like that sometimes. Sometimes them old people here, you can't tell them nothing neither. Probably his family was telling him, come uncle, come stay down at the house with we because a concrete house we live in and you're like a board house. Sometimes you can't move them old people here. Young bud, no storm. A whole heap of hurricane me pass through already, and my board house never mashed down. Me all right, man. You left me and gone. And you can't tell them nothing. So we don't know the details of their, we're not going to blame them, the family, and add insult to injury. Me have, speaking of like my grandparents. My grandparents, you couldn't touch nothing. My grandmother, she just pile up everything and put things in a drawer, and this, the so and that, the this, and you couldn't touch anything. That's where she have it. That's where she want it, and you can't touch it. So you can't do nothing to her property. You can't do nothing to nothing, and that's just the way they are, My condolences goes out to the family. It's too late now. He's gone, and so are all the others who are gone. My condolences goes out to their family as well. Tragic situation, but for the rest of us, it could have been way, way worse. With that said, we're gonna end the live here this morning. Big up to everybody tuning in. I appreciate you greatly. Don't forget to hit that share button so other people know we're over here and them come join me on these morning lives, right? And we keep it spirited. For the people who are calling in, I apologize for not answering. I saw the phone buzzing the whole time, but I didn't answer your call on purpose because I wanted to finish this and I'm leaving it right here. I will see you tomorrow morning, though, if God spare my life. Right here on Morning Thoughts with SouFLoTV. Big up on yourself. Walk good. Go with God. I'm out. Peace.